Okay, this one here is the test bed that I did for the original hull parts that I made. It's slightly modified from the original because I've added these bottom hull, these angled pieces here that never used to be here. I've added those on. I'm not sure to what effect, but we're going to try it out and see what it does. It's a pretty symmetrical design. I tried to keep the weight fairly balanced. It is slightly heavier to the back because of the engines, but it's pretty impressive, and I just want to show you guys what it can do. Okay, here you can see a little bit of stress fracturing between the parts because of the hull, because of the way the nodes connect in the game. So you have this piece here, and then you put this piece down. It's only going to connect to one other part. It's not going to connect to the other parts around it, so it's not quite as strong as what it should be. So anywhere you've created, so you've put a part, well, if you create a stream of parts down that line, it's going to connect, but it's not going to connect to the parts alongside it, which means you have to stitch it all together with struts. So anyways, I want to show you what this thing can do in the water, and when I get to the water, I'll cut back. Okay, so I'm just going to roll off the end of the runway here, and we'll test the durability of it. It's usually pretty good, I think. See, you do get a little bit of stress separation in the floor there, but other than that, it's pretty tough. You don't have to baby it. Here we are going into the water. That was a pretty rough launching there, but we're still going. I control, I guess, yaw, turning left and right with action groups. If I want to spin to the right, all I do is press 3 on my keyboard, and that will activate the engines on the front and the back to turn. And I just hit 3 again to turn them off. If I want to stop rotation, I hit 1 and activate the other engines, and it basically stops the motion. These groups of engines here counteract one another to spin the ship on a dime, which is kind of cool. So now I'm going to bring the power up to 2/3, and I'll just correct my course as I need to if I start straying. You can see that most of the bottom pieces get submerged, but there are these areas here that stay above the water line. It's pretty neat. Okay, so this is pretty much full power. It'll do about 16.5 with this amount of fuel. As it gets lighter, it will go faster. Adding a few more engines probably will speed it up as well, so that would be a pretty cool thing to do, but right now I just wanted something that was reliable and fuel efficient, and still gets a decent ground speed on water anyways. So I'm going to show you the turning ability here. As you can see, I can you can do minor adjustments or major adjustments. Like that. Now I'm going to try to spin this puppy on a dime. So we're going to turn these engines off. Actually, I shouldn't have just turned that right down, but we'll see. So we're still going forward. I'm just going to nail these engines all the way around. See, we can do a total 360. And then we'll stop our rotation here. Turn our main engines back on. get ourselves going straight again.